Good morning. 4 a.m. play, GCTK didn't play out as smoothly as I would have liked, but it is had a pretty crazy move up here right at 6:55-ish. Um, Curious to see what it does here, but 7 o'clock will be dropping some news here, so some PRs. So I'll be looking out to see anything interesting comes out for us to play. Really hoping GCTK gets a little bit of attention taken away from it with a decent PR. So 1 minute. If it starts breaking new highs, I'll probably get out of this one though. But I averaged up around the 12, and I did already took profits right here. But I wish I would have gotten completely out now. Especially if it's about to break a new high right here. So let's see what news is dropping. See if anything hits the scanner. Some decent news. I wouldn't be surprised if HSDT starts running. HSDT.
DYNXW.
A little pop, but not as much as I want. But it's still going up. DYNXW, that one's going insane. Okay, this one's popping now.
HSDT.
Is it pulling attention away from this one at all? Yes, perfect. HSET. So I'm getting my locates for it. Not entering just yet because this thing is just breaking new highs by the second. I entered at 15. But like I said, I'm being very particular because this thing is just looking very, very intense. The news is positive outcome on the portable neuromodulation stimulator stroke. So yeah, but I'm in 400 shares now at $14.85. It's still taking away. Yes. Okay, now with GCTX, I want to close out some of this position. Oh my gosh. Chaos. Already. But good. Good, good, good. It played out exactly how I wanted it to, though. I was not in the money with GCTK. Now I am. Now just don't get destroyed by HSDT is the plan. So I'm down to only 300 shares in GCTX or GCTK. I'm in still, like I was saying, like 1485. I'm up a couple $100, but this is one that I would like to see it drop a lot more. Okay, there we go. Now I'm up about $1,000 on it. Let's go. Probably gonna take a little profit, to be honest, though. So it took a little off. I'm gonna put on the 1 minute, see what it's looking like on the 1 minute. So it's 1 minute struggling to get above VWAP. This started off wild morning. Looking kind of weak right now. Can't get back above VWAP. Exciting. Nice job, Raven. Yeah, hope that was a good ad, especially as 7 o'clock was coming around the corner. Something that, you know, it got attention stolen from it with all these new PRs. I'm actually out of GCTK right now. I'm just in HSDT, which has been a beauty. But yeah, it goes back to what I was saying. We had this big pop at 655. I added heavy because I knew PRs were going to come out. PRs came out. All the attention got stolen in the money. So beautiful, beautiful play. Pretty proud about that one. I have a 1480 entry here. Got a good entry. Already taken 200 shares of profit down in this $12 range. If I see, then I'm still about $400 up in this position, about 1,300 realized on the day, just between these two plays. So good stuff, good stuff. And now I'll probably, I'm tempted to add here. I'm already a little too late, so I'll just start taking profits. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, I'm out. I know there's a long way for this still to fall, but this actually wasn't that bad of news. So, I love how the attention got pulled away from this one because this was looking, I'm gonna be honest, hella bullish. This thing was ready to explode, but the timing. And guys, listen, I'm not the best scalper. I'm not the best day trader, but I am good at finding little edges like this, holes, things that help my odds. So just don't ever forget about time of days with PRs and stuff like that, because especially on Monday. Mondays, you know, last Monday I made what, 7 or 8K. I go a little heavier on Mondays because when I trade pre-market because of this. But just make sure there's a strategy behind what you're, because you don't have to be the best scalper day trader in the world to be profitable. You just got to find little edges. So I'm up 2K on the day for 2 plays, which is a lot for me because y'all know I'm more of a quantity trader. I trade a lot, small positions. So if one blows up, it doesn't take me out. But yeah, good start to the morning. Let me read comments. Good morning, Justin. At a GCTK more at 12. Nice job, Raven. What's up, Golden Pen? Good morning. Nice. Good morning. IXHL approaching 1, but it's been bullish a couple days. Yeah, Alex, I've seen it. I'm probably going to avoid that one because it has been bullish. And it's kind of been a slow grind up when I was looking at it earlier. I don't really like those. I know at 4 a.m. it made a nice little pop. Oh, yeah, and it's making another little pop. So at 4 a.m., where's the 4 a.m.? Oh, yeah, 4 a.m. right here. Boom. Now it's making another one. And there's probably money to be made on this one, but what I don't like these slow grinds like this. I like HSD. Oh, I'm going to add to it. It's trying to get above VWAP now. Because I'm completely out of this position now. I'm probably going to miss my entry. Trying to. Okay, never mind. I got it. But yeah, I like a move like this. These are my plays. So I'm gonna add
HSDTXW.
If it gets back up to like 1450, I'll add it there as well. Good morning, good morning. What was the other alert I got? DYNXW. DYNXW. Yeah, this is this warrants? Yeah. So I got another ad right here at 1450. If it breaks out, I'm probably gonna cut though. Because like I said, this news is pretty good. I can see it getting bullish. And like I was saying, I'm up a couple grand already, so I am not going to try to just keep averaging up on it. I'll cut and if it breaks a new high, I'll find another spot to try to get a position. Oh, yeah, I'm not cutting actually. 15, crazy resist, or there's some resistance right here, so and that's where it's hitting. So I'm actually probably it might bust through this, but I'm gonna make it prove it. I want to see it close above this, but I'm in small. I want to. So I played the initial move, made decent on it. I just added some more at 1450. I did add the whenever it busted over VWAP, but when it came back down, I went ahead and closed it. Now my average is 1467. So I'm in the money right now, so I'm just gonna make it prove that it can break over 15. GCTX. And like I said, guys, time of day, take advantage of it. 6:55, this is getting bullish. I didn't cut, I actually added because I knew the 7 o'clock Monday PRs were coming and people forgot about it quick. So got bailed out on that one. What position size do you start on with pre-market pops? I like anywhere. I know that should be an obvious answer, but it's not. It really depends on conviction with me. Like conviction as in how much is it up? And now this is looking bullish, so probably we'll cut this now. Because like I said, this one actually has pretty good news. Um, and I usually like to see it close over, but this is a strong move. Like this is I mean it went from 14 to 15 to 16, so I went ahead and cut. So now I'm got a little sting. I was up exactly at 2000. Now I'm up 1600, so it's a little loss there, but that's all right. It's part of the game. And I'll keep an eye on this one though, because it does have that resistance right there. It could still fail on this candle because y'all know I trade the 5-minute candle, so a lot can happen in those 5 minutes, but that's a very strong move up. Let's look at the 1 minute. Yeah, and it's still usually on the 1 minute, if it gives back, the next candle will immediately start giving it back, and it's kind of hanging out at the top of the candle. So let's see what happens, but I'm not going to enter it right now. But anyways, position sizes. So I have a set number. Like y'all probably heard me on live stream. I don't like nice Raven, nice job. I don't trade like super heavy by my definition, I like to enter initially on pops. If they're up 50% to 100%, I'm usually entering like 2 to 3K initially. That's where I fill it out. And if it's up over 100%, like HSDT was just a massive move. I guess that technically wasn't 100%, but if it's over 100% or just a beautiful clean pop like this, I'll go a little bit heavier. I'll go like 5 or 6K, but it's all about conviction. But if something, I've seen this before. If you trade long enough, you'll see this where there's a pop and it goes up 300, 400% in one candle. That's where I'm going pretty heavy. So it's based on how likely I think it's going to fall. So if it's only a 50% pop, I might not go as heavy, but
DYNXW.
if it's an insane pop that I know is going to get like corrected, like goes up an insane amount, I know it's going, even if it's good news, it's going to come back somewhat to reality. So that's kind of how I look at it. It's just based on how confident I am in the play. It kind of goes back to like locates too. I know Steven said he just like straight up doesn't care about locate fee, and that's a strategy. Mine is like I don't mind paying because I paid very expensive locate fees for GCTX because I was very confident in my 4 a.m. play, and it actually didn't even play out how I wanted it to. But these were $100 locates. I think it was $100 for 200 shares or something. So pretty pricey. And then there's, like I was saying, the Steven way where he doesn't even pay attention to the locates. Um, so it all depends on my conviction in the play, sizing, if I'm gonna get the locates, whatever. HSDT next level 1750 18.
DYNXW.
Gosh, these are warrants. Maybe I should play these. What is going on with this? Because the warrants are overreacting compared to what DYNX is doing. Yeah, I gotta look into this a little bit. DYNXW. But why are the warrants popping off like this? They were trading at 38 cents. Now they're at $2. Because DYNX is already corrected. I mean, it's already like went back to reality. I'll get and as soon as I think about taking a position, now it tanks. I know there's low volume, but I was going to try to sneak in some. I've played warrants. I don't really, I'm not recommending it, but because it's usually low volume, but I've actually had pretty good luck playing warrants. If you play long, this might not be a bad entry. Not playing this one long. GCTX, or GCTK. This one had me stressing a little bit this morning. 4 a.m. pop, it wasn't falling cleanly, and it actually started breaking new highs, but 7 o'clock got bailed out from those PRs. So I would potentially play this one again if it gets back up to 12. I'm looking to see if there's anything else interesting, but I'm not really seeing much. HSDT, a little pop off this level. And I'm in 600 shares of these warrants. I'm doing some research on the background to see why, because look at DYNX, like it's already made its pop. It's already made its pop and already came back down. But like the warrants are breaking new highs, so I'll do a little research to see why there's a discrepancy there. But I like playing discrepancies. Remy, what's up? Thought you didn't trade with us anymore. Soon. But I appreciate you hopping on, bro. Where did this peak out at? 231. Okay. But yeah, so between HSDT, GCTX, this is the only thing that I'm really interested in right now. I'm looking at top gainers. Like I said, I'm in these warrants, but I'm not going to talk about it much because I don't want y'all to. This is kind of a degenerate play. Um, these are the two that I'm focused on right now. So any retest, I'll consider. This one, I want to see. This is pretty. I mean, that's not a bad move right here. The thing is, it's been respecting VWAP. So, like I said, I'm not sure what I'm looking for in this one again, but right now I'm happy where I'm at. So I'm not trying to play it because the news was decent, I think. Um, so I'll see if what news comes out at 7:30. Might consider entering a position in this one if I'm seeing some weakness and if some decent news comes out to steal attention. I'm surprised IVVD didn't pop on that news. Let's see, IVVD. Oh, it did. It just failed immediately. Good morning. But yeah, pretty good morning so far. Like I said, GCTK had me stressing a little bit, but the 7 a.m. PRs bailed me out. Let me know if y'all are seeing anything else. My only open position is that warrant play I was telling y'all about. Looks like SDT struggling to get back above 15. Keep an eye on it. ATN. Okay. I might play it because it's testing a previous high, but I really like to see them up more than this. But a nice little pop here. Nice little flush there. See if it'll come back to VWAP and I'll take profits. I added at 269. Oh, it didn't get to 269. Another thing I don't like about ATNF is this is a multi-day too. I do not like these. I mean, it's a very clear trend. Can make a little money on these pops, but not my favorite. I'm actually gonna get out. I don't really like how it's looking. Get out of break, basically break even. ECT, no, it's not doing much either. Not doing much. It's at 7:30. What's it doing? Okay. Is there anything to steal the news away? Uh-oh. Mogo WonderFi stake set for monetization for
SABS.
shareholder approval of Robinhood. SABS announces oversubscribed 175 million private placement. I'm actually going to try to get back into HSDT, see if the tension gets pulled away from it. And then cut if it breaks a new high. Oops, it's already breaking a new high, so I'm not entering it. What was the one that popped off? SABS? SABS. Oh, it's already down. Avoiding HSDT right now is very, very bullish. MOGO, I'm actually surprised this one didn't get attention. It had, oh, it did. It just came down immediately. Same thing, SABS. Yeah, so neither one of these are getting volume. So I'm gonna avoid HSDT because neither one of these are getting money flow. MC or MDCX just got some news, but basically they're just going to present at a biotech conference. I don't know if it'll respond well to that, unless they have, unless the public's expecting them to drop some phase 3 trial news or something, but apparently not. So no really good PRs for 7:30. Jeff's brand appoints accomplished capital markets and experience M&A professional as chief executive officer. So Jeff Brand, this one can run at times, but let's see. That news is not that great. No volume. What was that level you said? Raven, you said there's some resistance here at 17, 18? Yeah, there's a little bit of resistance here. So let's see what it does in this level. I'm not going to add, but I see what you're saying. News wasn't anything great. ECTK, yeah, it's not doing much. This one might eventually fade. Next pop, I might enter on this one. It's looking weak. It's funny because these no news plays used to be my favorite, and I've been caught in 2 of them with crypto treasury plays. SBET, I lost 15K on it, and then what was it, Friday? I lost like 4K on, I can't remember what the ticker was, but they dropped crypto treasury news too. And both times they were pumping before the news came out, so somebody knew. Somebody knew. So now I'm getting a little weary about these no news 4 a.m. pumps.
SABS.
SABS. Is it pumping again? Weak. But dang, HSDT still going. Hope none of y'all are stuck in that. Really want to get back into GCTK though. Another little, I wish I would have got in on this little pop. Try to get above VWAP.
SABS.
Okay, now I'm a little more interested in SABS. So how much is it up right now? Don't love it, but I'm gonna get a little start. Okay, now I'm a little more interested. Okay, I got some entries a little above 4, so let's see if it fails. Good risk versus reward. I got a decent entry at 406, so if it breaks a new high, I'll probably cut, but I'll see if it fades away. What was this news again? Announce oversubscribed 175 million private placement. So I'm out at VWAP. Did I get out too early? Probably, but um, I'm comfortable there. I was in 1,000 shares at 406, so made like 300 or 400 bucks on it. So I'm back to 2 grand on the morning. So why did you decide to come back to pre-market? Hello, Zane. I don't know if I remember your profile. So, that's a long story, but the main reason I came back to pre-market is because I love trading the pre-market, and I probably misled y'all with saying I wasn't good at pre-market. Let me get my trades up. Oh, actually, I think I have it pulled up. I was looking at it last night. Let me find time of day. Let me make sure there's nothing that looks interesting right now. No. this is why I came back to pre-market. As you can see, this is broken down into 30 minutes, so every hour in pre-market I am profitable from 4, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30. The problem is 8:30 to 9. So basically 8:30 to 9:30. 9:30 later I'm profitable, but these late pre-market entries kind of hurt me sometimes. So the early ones that usually pop and get attention stolen from later PR, I'm profitable. So that's one of the main reasons I came back to it. And I want to get back to not trading much during the day. And if you see this crazy dip, that was my 75K loss. As you can see, net P&L negative 70. I would be up about 5 grand. So that's why I'm profitable in pre-market. So I'm glad I cut SABS. And I actually like playing pre-market as long as I just don't let those crazy runners just get the best of me. I'm better at cutting losses these days. So yeah, that's why I'm back. I know I've said I'm not profitable from 7 to 9:30, and that's true to an extent. Like after 8:30 when I enter, which kind of makes sense. If I enter after 8:30 or 9, it's popping, and that's right before, it's making a parabolic move, and that's right before market opens, and then it probably just keeps, taking off. So I like trying to trade my edge, the early PRs, and then hoping attention gets pulled away from it. And yeah. So I said I wanted to get an entry on this one. I never did because I think this one will fade. Maybe, is it right here at this? Yeah, but this has such like parabolic moves up where I think it's going to die. So yeah, I'm not going to enter on the downtrend on this one, but if it makes another, I'm going to have an order waiting right here actually at like 1075, 1095. But yeah, going back to the pre-market question, like I don't want to trade as much during the day. I don't know when I decided to transition to a intraday trader or 9:30 to, I've always traded at some, but I've been trading it mostly now, and I got too much going on during the day. So I'd like to just get back to trading pre-market, getting my day back, and then maybe trading after hours a little bit. So you entered at 1750. Nice, nice, Raven. Good job. What ticker do you take the 75K loss? I think it was drug, DRUG, and that'll never happen again. I'm glad it happened actually. I'm that weirdo that would say that, but I learned a lot from that loss. Learned a lot from that loss. Let me get to 5 minute. It was in October. Yeah, it was this move from $1. It peaked at like 78. I got margin called right here somewhere, right here. But there were so many opportunities that I should have gotten out. So good learning lesson. I recovered for it. I mean, I recovered all of it within a couple months. So it's all good. But good learning opportunity. I'm not entering SABS again. But yeah, drug rocked me. Your boy was unstable there for a second. Now, I actually handled it pretty well. I hear some people's stories about some of their losses. Didn't tell my wife, didn't tell anyone, kind of kept it close to the chest. The problem was I was very distracted. I was building like a, because y'all know I'm into real estate and stuff. I was building like a little closet system for one of the properties and just wasn't paying attention. And my wife's family were coming to visit, so I was in a rush and not monitoring my position like I should have. Not to make excuses, I knew I was getting rocked, but I didn't realize how much I was getting rocked until it was too late. It's on me for sure. Yeah, and it's funny that let's see if I have that pulled up again. And it's kind of interesting because like I've always been able to like recover my gains pretty quick. But I thought this was kind of interesting. Like where was it at? Like let me zoom in right here. Let's see. Where's the little scroll bar from right here? Well, I can't figure out how to scroll over, so never mind. But if you look at, you know what's funny is like my P&L, because like yeah, I've admitted to y'all like I'm not ever since I went public, my trading has kind of stalled, and this is kind of what I meant, like very bullish, and then now I'm like triple topping. So hopefully I bust through here. But it's weird. It's trading. My P&L is trading like a chart, like 250 psychological level. Now it's down to 200. Like, so at least there's a higher low right there. So maybe I'll bust through. HSDT, I might enter right here. And just so y'all know, that was P&L just from whenever I created Bear of Wall Street, like the entity. I wish I wouldn't have closed out all my personal accounts, but it's all right. It'd been nice to link those to Kimfo, but after I created the entity, I closed all those personal accounts. And now I wish I would have kept them so I could have connected it to Kinfo, but it's all right. I made more personally than I have on Bear Wall Street, but hope that changes soon. So what were you saying? Yeah, trend raider, triple top resistance. I'm hoping I bust through it this month. I'm at 246 now, so if I have a good week, I think I'll bust through it. But I have been off my A game a little bit. So, anyways, reading the comments. Lost my gains with HSDT and regained and more with S. Don't like yo-yo P&L. No, same, bro. I've never had a yo-yo P&L, but the last few months, ever since I went public, and it's not, I don't think it's because I went public. I hate it coincided with that, but maybe I needed to be humbled because, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But I don't even think it's that I'm public now. I think it's these crypto treasury plays I've gotten caught up in so many times. Like I'm trading decent, but then I just have these crazy, just like the SBET. Like I was in it before the crypto news popped. Immediately lost 15K on that, where they dropped the crypto. So there's just been a lot of those kind of plays. Even Friday, I was in a play before crypto treasury news popped. And then it went from $29 to $60, and I immediately take 100% loss on it. So having a lot of those weird outlier events, but that's part of the game. You gotta, that's why you gotta make profit. So whenever, things like that happen, it doesn't take you out. Shorting's risky. So the only play I'm in right now is HSDT. I caught it on this pop. I'm actually probably gonna take profit here. Well, it's already 7:49. There might be some decent PRs that come out. What should I do? I could always re-enter. Well, now it's going against me. Well, not against me, but I'm not that much in profit now. I'm not. Dang, I should have just taken it. That's all right. I'm not even like I'm basically break even now. So yeah, I'm just gonna hang on to this one. See if 8 o'clock, if there's some good PRs. That's a long 10 minutes. This is looking bullish though. So if it breaks a new high, I'll probably just cut this. Or if it gets back over 18, I might just cut it. But I got a decent entry at 17.30. It's not that great, but I'm only in 200 shares. But yeah, Alex, crypto treasury plays have been crazy. I think that's mostly what it is because I've done the calculation. I've lost over 6 figures to crypto treasury plays this year. So if you remove that, I'm having a pretty good year, but that's not how things work, so I can't remove it. A nice little drop on SABS. Alex, so your comment kind of lost your gains with HSDT and regained and more with SABS. So you're good now? You green? And more? That's good. Oh, I might re-add on this one though. So now that it's made this big move like this, oh, let's go, Alex. Because I was hoping because of HSDT, it's thing I don't like about it is when it makes these moves, sometimes they're pretty hard moves. So I got out. I was only in like 200, or I think I was only in 150 shares, and that last pop, I took a decent loss on it. I'm tempted to add a SABS on this little pop, especially since 8 o'clock's rolling around the corner. Yeah, I'm adding now that we're at 4. Oh, there was a huge size on the ask, so I got in at 398. That's probably why it keeps failing right here. I don't have like a level 2 like pulled up, but I could see just on my broker that at $4 there was a massive ask. And I can't. Oh yeah, this was the what was it? The oversubscribed 175 million private placement. So I mean, the positive is they secured substantial, a lot of money, strong investor participation, but the negative is significant potential dilution with the convertible preferred stock convertible into 100 million more common shares, um, and securities being offered in private placement are restricted and not registered under the Securities Act. So I think it's okay news, but like I don't. This move feels excessive. Long story short, I don't think this is going to be the runner of the day. So, not based on that news. But what is I wonder what the float and all that looks like. Let me see. The reason I'm saying all this is because 8 o'clock's right around the corner. I think this one could pull what GCTK did, you know, just get all the attention stolen from it, because the same thing could happen to SADT, but this news is a little better. But SABS, that news is garbage. I want to take off drug. I gotta type in another ticker that's giving me PTSD. Well, I'll put it in the video for now. I don't care. Whatever. So yeah, SABS. Not good. Can you see this? High, overall offering risk high. So I probably could have just told y'all. I didn't have to show you, but overall offering risk is high, and I wasn't even looking at that. I was going to look at the float. Oh, it's got a decent float, 8 million float. So yeah, I'm just going to hold on to this one. I'm up a couple hundred on it now after this move, but I'm not in very heavy. So the most PRs usually come out at 8. So we should get some more PRs here. But yeah, I'm avoiding HSDT because the whole concept of the you know, the cash flow changing from ticker to ticker, I guess it's technically called money rotation from one stock to the next. It usually works best on plays like that are consolidating sideways or maybe slightly bearish. But if a stock is booming like this, can another PR pull attention away from it? Yeah, for sure. But they don't affect these as much as like the SABSs, because like just it's the psychology. Imagine you're in this position long, nothing's really happening. You see another PR and it's running. You sell this position, which causes the stock to, or it just causes selling pressure to grab the new shiny thing. But if your position like HSDT is making new highs like this one, you might be less likely to close it out. So I want to stay in SABS, even though, well, I'm not even that up that much anymore, but I might actually add. Like at 759, if it stays under VWAP looking weak, I might actually add, because I bet there's gonna be a lot of PRs that come out at 8 today, because just this Monday and Tuesday statistically has the most PRs. But yeah, if SABS makes one more pop towards this level, I'll probably add. Trading on the 1 minute a lot today. It's a quick scan of what everything's doing. HSDT, GCT. I really think this one's going to fade, but I'm not I don't like shorting on the downtrend unless it's like you know, unless it's a quick up and down. I don't mind shorting on the downtrend, but this one I'd rather wait for a pop, because this one had no news. So, but it's still holding its own, but it's starting to look a little sad. All right, I'm adding another 1,000 shares at 370. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the comments. Are you seeing the large ask on TradeZero? Yeah, Ian. That's because I don't look at level 2s too much. Sometimes I'll have a level 2 pulled up, but you can just see on like the bid and ask. Yep, Alex, exactly. Agree with all your comments.
GCTK.
GCTK. Oh, that's the one I've been trading. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. It's going to start screaming out.
DYNXW.
It like glitches out at 8 o'clock for some reason. I'm not really sure. It just says all the tickers that like previously popped on the day. But let's see if any of the news looks good. Yeah, a bunch of news. Uh-oh, I'm surprised we hadn't heard anything about PMN. Neuroscience granted fast track designation by US FDA for Alzheimer's disease. Ooh, this one might pop. PMN. Haven't gotten an alert yet though. Why is this so messy? Yeah, it's popping, but I was actually expecting more. I'm not going to enter it. I think there's still potential it could pop more than this. Yeah, there it goes. But I might play it, but I want it. It's only up 38% right now, so I might end up missing it waiting, but I think it has more to run. So since I say it has more to run, where do I think it might run to? Y'all know I love the 200 daily SMA. So if it gets close to here, that'll be more around, I think about a 60-70% pop. So I'd be interested up there, but probably not until it gets up there. I know a lot of y'all like some of these plays, even if it's not over 50% and stuff. So if y'all want to play it, go ahead, but I might wait because that's pretty decent news. We're getting closer though. Whoa, I'm so confused. Why does it say it went all the way up to $1.25 now? Did it get up there? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong day, but now
PMN.
Now I'm very interested in it. So that was probably my 200 alert. Most y'all know about that one. So I'm in it now. And where was the 200 at again? I'm getting distracted by this candle. So yeah, about 77. And I entered at 76. So I'm playing the front side a little bit on this one, but that's all right. Picked a pretty good entry though. The problem is I'll probably take profits relatively quick on this one. I'm gonna be honest because it's pretty good news. Like, will it make them a ton of money? I'm not saying that. Will it even be successful? Not saying that either, but those type of headlines can run. That's what I mean by pretty good news. Perception's everything. So if you think the public will perceive that as good news, that's what matters. So if it breaks a new high, I'm just going to get out. Not saying I think it will, but if it does. Basically, if it breaks over 80.
PMN.
So yeah, I'm gonna get out. Oh, there's a. NCMA, NCMA. No, it's not doing much. And there it goes a little bit. And of course, now it fails. Probably jumped out a little too soon. So I entered 2,000 more shares at 77. Just a little small position. So yeah, I was hanging around this 200. And what I've noticed is if they blow past the 200, obviously that's not a good sign. But if they acknowledge it, which we're seeing, it's dancing around this level, that's usually a good sign that it's either going to slow it down or it's going to fail here. So I know y'all know I like the 200 as entry points. And the more I've been trading it, this is what I'm seeing. So the problem with this PR, I think it's decent. I'm not saying it's the best PR in the world, but they got granted fast track designation by the US FDA for treatment of Alzheimer's disease. Like it's not a bad PR. So that's why I'll be quick to cut if you know, it starts getting bullish. It's breaking a new high. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone now. So I've been adding on SABS when it makes these little pops. I think this one's just going to fade away at some point. But it's not the action I really like that much, but it's starting to look like it's trending down, but I'm not saying it's a A+ setup. This is far from an A+ setup. Alex with the typos. Nah, sometimes I get ahead of myself too. Even when I post on Circle, I have to make myself slow down. So I'm adding here at 390 or 395 or wherever I get filled. Looks like 399. I'll take it. HSDT doesn't look as bullish as it was. I am curious to see how it responds to the VWAP though. It starts looking weak. Am I lagging at all? It says error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So let me know if it's lagging or working at all. Oh, there we go. Boom. Well, now I'm up. Let's go. Good morning. PMN. Yeah, bro, I ain't messing with that thing. It's already busted through the 200. It's got FDA fast tracked approved for Alzheimer's disease. It was Alzheimer's disease, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'm not really, and it's making new highs. I'm not super interested in it right now. When I see some weakness, I might play it, Nestor, but right now I'm kind of sitting on the sidelines because this one could get ugly, I think. Or it might fail here, or it might just get up to 125. I'm not sure. Dang, SABS already recovered. Give me another entry on it, I guess. And this is about to break a new high. Let's see what happens here. Does it hold? Does it fail? Probably won't get out of this one too. All right. We're going backwards now. Yeah, I'll probably add when it gets a little bit closer to 455. Okay, HSDT is looking a little weaker, but still not interested in it. So right now I'm not in anything besides that warrant play I was telling you about. So we're finally starting to see a red 5-minute candle on PMN. Here's the 1 minute. Ness, are you playing PMN? Yeah, same. I'm actually annoyed about this one. I was not expecting this one to pop again. And now it's flushing. Nice. After it stopped me out. Okay then, SABS, nice. Now that I stopped out at like 425, you can flush down. HSDT, this one's kind of getting a little interesting for me because it was looking very, very bullish. We're seeing volume is just dying on it. The problem is the news is decent. It's not as good as PMN though, and look at this, breaking new highs now. This is the dollar psychological level. You know, y'all know I like to play these, but with how bullish this news is, I might hold off on it. But the cool thing about it is both these are bullish biotech news, but I think PMN's more bullish. So if HSDT pops again, I'll probably be looking for an entry, if I'm being honest. I will probably be looking for trying to get a position on it. Bro, SABS is 370 now. My gosh, I got faked out on that one. It's kind of struggling to get over. I think this is the 9. Yeah, the 9. So, yeah, PMN, I think it's this. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. I'm gonna be looking for a position for HSDT though. How did I miss NC? Oh, this is a 5-cent play. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Just yeah, I got me alert set for HSDT. If this thing pops again, I'm probably looking for an entry. But anyways, be back in just a second. Man, it's so hard for me to sew my hands with PMN. Might get me a little starter here at $1 if it fails this time too. Nope. So I'm glad I didn't. dollar level didn't mean much to it. So we got some more news. Let's see if it's any good. Patent news, LTRN. Oh, AI developed cancer therapy. Man, that is a... You can tell they were trying to make that PR pretty. LTRN. Yeah, getting a little pop on it. I added on HSDT right before the 8:30 news because I think it's going to fail. So I got an entry at... I think I thought I entered 200 shares. I only entered 100 shares. So at 16:35, depending on how this candle closes, I might add to it because I think this is going to be one of those tickers people forget about. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'm just talking through my thought process. Didn't play LTR, and I like to see them up more than that. It was not up much. It's usually a decent amount of press releases at 8:30 as well. So curious to see what HSDT does at this level. What's PMN doing? Like I said, I'm only in 100 shares on this one. I could have sworn I had 200 shares on the order books, but entry at 16:35. If it breaks past this level and holds, I might add to the position. It's close to 8:30, but it could bounce off here too. But the volume's looking weak. Like a lot of selling pressure. People trying to get into PMN. And I hate it got faked out on that candle. Usually don't get faked out too much. I usually hold too long, but I'm still a little getting back in my groove with pre-market. If any of y'all missed it, I got asked earlier why I'm back in pre-market, and statistics told me to come back, so that's why I'm back here. As long as I don't take entries like basically 9 o'clock or later. Man, HSDT, it's this level, dancing around it. It looks like it wants to fight a little bit more. I would love in the next 17 seconds for it to close below that. But I don't know if we're going to get that. Yeah, PMN's looking bullish. I got an entry set at 110. 123 to catch the front side. It's a little bit more risky, I acknowledge that, but it's not a big position. And then if I see weakness, I'll add to it. So HSDT did not close below that level, but still looking pretty weak. Are y'all in anything? Anything I should be looking at? Are y'all in HSDT? PMN. How's it going, bro? I haven't seen your name in the chat in a while. Okay. See what happens here. I'm not really expecting a clean flush. It'll probably bounce back above this level like it just did. And if it makes a little pop, I might add to my position. I'm only in 150 shares now. This has quite a bit to give back. And since this is about to be my main play, let's see what this news is. Immune Precise appoints healthcare data visionary. No, it's nothing. But now that I'm in, this is kind of my main play. I'm gonna AskEdgar it and see what it says about this one. Float, dilution, all that good stuff. Ooh, no money or little money and high overall offering risk. Float, don't like the float. It's 600,000 shares. Again, I don't avoid sub-million float shorts, but I'm more cautious, to say the least. Because if these run, they can go parabolic quick. I know I'm preaching to the choir, y'all know that, but a lot of people just straight up avoid these, and I don't blame them. But I play them, but I'm cognizant of my size, and these are not the ones I'm just going to keep adding to as it goes up, because you'll get destroyed. And sorry, I'm watching this one more than PMN. It just interests me more. I think attention will get stolen away from this one at some point. Maybe it's this 1 minute with the 830 PRs, but out of all the plays I'm looking at, this one, the one that interests me the most. Yeah, they only have about 6 months of cash left. BTCT, Bitcoin Digital expands Ethereum strategic reserve with 5 million ETH acquisition. Now they hold, geez, 2,135 Ethereum. Let's see if that gets a reaction. CLIK reports strong results, advancing AI-driven senior care, HR, and cryptocurrency strategy. BTOG acquires over 40 million Dogecoin to advance treasury strategy. Jesus Christ. But I'm glad maybe people start playing some of these, still tension away from HSDT. So what was that one? BTOG. I wonder if this one's popping. That one was bullish on Friday, I think. Yeah. Not that much of a move. BTCT. So no parabolic moves because my scanner didn't go off. My trade ideas. That's disappointing. So HSDT is probably still in game. I mean, still in play. PMN. Maybe it's getting some of its attention away because this is the biggest red candle I've seen yet. So I have an entry at 123, but it's kind of the same concept of 118. It's approaching that previous 125 level. So if this fails, hits VWAP, bounces back up to this level, I might get a starter position here. And then if it starts to show more weakness, might add to it. But there's a few things that need to happen before I'm interested in PMN. I want to see it hit the VWAP, bounce back up, and then I will potentially re-add right there. HSDT give me an opportunity to add to it, so I might add here at VWAP. I'm actually kind of surprised there's none of these crypto plays really even moved. So I added 100 shares somewhere at like 515.50. So now my new average is 1613, 200 shares. So I'm up a couple $100 right now, but I'm kind of wanting this to be my big pre-market play. So because if it breaks and holds under this level, I think it'll fade away. Because the news was like decent, but it wasn't that great. PMN definitely has the best biotech news on the morning. There we go. That's what I want to see. Yeah, announced positive outcome of the portable neuromodulation stimulator stroke registration program and upcoming submission to FDA under breakthrough designation. So very wordy, a lot of words that most people are probably not going to understand. So I'm going to hold this one, see if this is my big play of the morning. because it's very tempting, and I'm bad about it too. It's very tempting to play the play that's getting the money flow because they're usually the one that's up the biggest, making the biggest moves. But sometimes it's the ones behind the scenes that are the better plays. So I'm hoping that'll be the story with HSDT. But again, it's an hour before market opens. There's not that many good PRs that came out at 8:30, or people haven't responded to them very well. So this could easily bounce back. Just want to be clear, I'm not declaring victory, but I feel good where we're at. So yeah, Alex, it's Stock Titan. I don't have an affiliate link for it in my description, but I like it. When I used to trade long, like PR pops and stuff, I tried a bunch of them, and Stock Titan was the quickest with dropping the news that I could find, even quicker than Bazinga and all those other ones. Like, literally tested them all out to see when news would come out, and Stock Titan was the quickest. They actually have a free version too. It's only 15-second delay, but for what we do, 15-second works. Like, you could probably get the free version. But when I was playing long, trying to play like PR releases and stuff, every second was valuable. Yeah, perfect. I mean, that's what I recommend. The free version, honestly. There's places to splurge, like Trade Ideas and maybe AskEdgar and TradeZilla. I love my little trading journal, the thing I screen shared earlier, but Stock Titan, I don't think it's the one to splurge on, spend money. New low, let's go. Or new low on this move, I mean. But I am liking seeing all these red candles, so. PMN. So, do I play this retest? Probably not. Probably not. It's already gotten 56 million shares traded on it, so I'm probably not going to play the retest. Yeah, so, and I can set filters now, Alex. That's what's pretty cool about it. Again, um, no affiliate link here, so I'm not trying to just, I mean, even with my affiliate links, I only have affiliate links for things I use. But the cool thing about if you get the paid version is you can, you can have different filters saved, market cap. You can adjust the price, float, the AI stuff. So look for keywords. Like if you're trying to play offering after hours news, you can type in keywords offering dilution. So pretty cool if you do the paid version. But like I said, I don't know if it's necessarily needed. It helps, but I don't think it's mandatory. Man, it's falling slow though. For a low float, I really wish something would still. Man, this is the play that y'all know I was just in this one, and I expected this exactly to happen. I wasn't expecting this fake out move first that cost me 500 bucks, but whatever, it happens. Kind of slow for a Monday, honestly. There's not that many things moving. A little disappointed because I'm gonna try to live stream this week and try to get on. Steven will join me at some point as well. He's was unavailable today. Things didn't line up exactly, but he'll be back. Not really sure when. Probably more close to the end of the week, but I will be in Santa Rosa Beach all week. I wanted to play pre-market with you guys live. So as soon as live ends, I'm actually dipping out. You probably won't get a lot of alerts from me in the group or comments. I say this, but usually when I say that, I'm still posting stuff. But I'll be traveling most of the day, and then I'll be in Santa Rosa Beach all week to launch the property. I was supposed to do it last trip, but we ran into so many issues with the contractors and landscaping and all that, so I got to go back. Then I'm gonna launch it by end of the week, and then my new focus is gonna be trading and getting that Discord group launched, since that seems to be where y'all want to go. So I'm gonna get the Discord room up and going probably last week of this month or beginning of August. Man, I would like to see a nice flush right here. But the point of all that story is, I think I'm gonna live stream most of the week, but I'll keep you on the loop what the plan is, because I'll be somewhat busy. But I always try to make time for trading, so it's been a side hustle most of the time, but I'm trying to slowly transition it into being more of a full-time thing. Yeah, Alex, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully, I've noticed I've not been giving a lot of attention to it, and my trading's kind of been like, when I showed I'm still doing decent, but not what I was doing last year. And first, January and February, I was already up 100K on the year. And the last 3 months have been a little bit of a struggle, or no, less 4 months. A little bit more of a struggle. That's kind of when the crypto treasury boys came out, and I was getting rocked on those. But I want to dedicate more time to it. Launch the Discord, because everything's going better than I thought it would with the whole group. Y'all are like I mean, I don't think I could have asked for a better supportive community. Y'all are real ones for sure. But with Discord, just so y'all know, there's I'm gonna have to, for all the people that are unfamiliar with Discord, like, there's a lot. The thing I like about the circle group is nobody can get in our circle group without going through me. They can't send us DMs. The thing I don't like about Discord is, like, it's a free for all. Like, it's scam and spam, like, central. Like, I'm only in a couple of Discord groups, and daily I get a message from someone pretending to be someone else. So I just hope people don't get caught up in that. I mean, most people know what to expect, but I guarantee it's going to get somebody, but it is what it is. But the problem is with that, I can't make the group free, because then all these bots are going to get in. So I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. all the people that's in my circle groups will get grandfathered in regardless for free, but I just got to figure out how to prevent bots and spammers and scammers from getting in. So AMIX, they posted some patent news. I also saw a paid, Alex, you usually keep up with this. AMIX, they have a paid pump from one of these. I got an email about it this morning. There's not that much of a move, but I got an email. What does it say? From Fierce Analytics. They're pumping AMX, and they got paid to pump it. The disclaimer at the bottom. $7,500 to pump it. It's actually on the lower side. Sometimes you'll see it's 10, 20K to pump some of these tickers. Man, I was hoping to see HSDT fade a little harder. But there's nothing really to steal attention away from it. PMNX is kind of plateaued right here. Not saying it won't continue bullish, but I was hoping 930 PR there'd be something nice. Or 830, but there wasn't really much. That makes sense, Nestor. I just didn't want any. I literally am pulled in a lot of directions. I just don't want it to be more time consuming. But if there's, so you can assign roles and certain channels can only be viewed by roles. That way you can also filter and only let who you want it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I figure there's a way. I'll figure it out. Like I said, I haven't spent any time on it, but we'll get it set up since that's what y'all want. And I want it too. But I do like Circle. I just hate that the alerts are a little delayed. But besides that, that's the only thing I don't like about it. I'm a little biased, though. I use it for something else. So I'm a little more familiar with it. But I've used Discord too. I just don't like it as much. It feels very very gamer-ish. Very unstructured, chaotic, but I do like that. I like the interaction and I like how quick the alerts are and things like that. So, and most of y'all are familiar with it, so that helps too. Yeah, I agree, Alex, for sure. Y'all have convinced me. Like I said, after I get this property launched, and I got to launch a dispensary here end of month as well in Illinois. So launching a property, launching a dispensary, and then back to focus on trading. Man, like this has been for a Monday, a little underwhelming pre-market. Maybe there'll be some decent 9 o'clock PRs. Let's see. I'm decently in the money with HSDT, but I know this thing can make a much bigger move down, so like I said, I'm gonna be traveling most of the day. As soon as this ends, actually, I'm gonna load up my bikes, and because I'm waiting for a pin from Amazon because I lost my hitch pin, and I'll be headed. I'm driving this time. It's a 7-hour trip, so I'll be heading that way. So I don't plan on trading that much. I was hoping to. Should have just quit when I was up. I was up 2K at one point. Now I'm only up 1,300, not count realized. I'm up 400 in unrealized, but HSDT, if it flushes, I could have a very nice day. I'm only in 200 shares. It's only a 3K position, but I could, if it's a nice little flush, I could pull in could easily see it getting back down to 12, 11, 10 bucks. But it's breaking new, I always say new lows of this move, I guess. I don't know, but a lower low. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. This one's going to be interesting at market open. I think this one could go pretty hard. Because y'all know I will be quick to call out BS news, but this news I don't think it's that bad. And from a marketing standpoint, like the words they use, I think they did a good job. Nice, Raven, you're in it as well. HSDT, golden pin. I'm starting to like circle too. Yeah, I like it too, but I thought my group would be more like educational, building courses, things like that. But I learned it's more the community. My favorite part of it's just like all our interactions, so the support, the conversations. So I guess Discord would be better for that. Golden Pin, I didn't even know you were in the group. When y'all's YouTube name doesn't match, I'm just like guessing. I don't really know. But happy. We actually hit 50 members over the weekend, which is kind of cool. Because again, I haven't spent a dime on marketing, like only YouTube and the Kimfo interview. But like I said, that's kind of been intentional. Like I want it to be pretty organic because I don't want to ruin what we already have. We don't have any trolls in the group. Everyone's supportive. Everyone's relatively making good money in the group. So HSDT, nice little move down here. So like to see that. And if we get a decent 9 o'clock PR or something starts running, people will completely forget about HSDT. Probably go back to where it started. Tempted to take profit here, but like I said, I'm not gonna be trading much today, so really hoping this one can pay me well. You can connect Discord and Patreon to filter new members. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. And what's it called? WAP? WHOP? Yeah. I know a lot of people use that as like the payment processor too. So yeah, I'll do some research. I'll figure it out. But if any of y'all are in the group, y'all have experience with it, yeah, shoot me a message in Circle if y'all got any tips or tricks. Between ChatGPT and YouTube, I think I'll be able to figure it out. But if y'all have any experience or want to even assist, because y'all here, I'm pretty busy, so let me know. PMN. Oh, new high. Oh, I had that 123. Did I get filled? I didn't get filled because it rejected there. I'm actually going to remove that. I don't want to get into that position. PMN on the front side. So new news. Let's see what we got. Trash. SNTI. It's been a lot of trash news today. This might still play out in our favor, Raven, but man, it sure helps when other things steals his attention. I'm almost rooting for PM. That's why I removed my 123. It hit 123, I didn't get filled, but I want to be a little cheerleader for PMN, to be honest. I want it to run. I want something to just go hard to steal attention away from HSDT. Up about 600 on it now. But again, I want this play to pull at least in $1,000. And I'll probably take some profit right here at the, I believe this is the 50. I should know this. This is my chart, but y'all know I just trade mobile when I'm not live streaming. But I think this is the 50. 9, 20, 50, 200, yeah. Yeah, now that it's making moves like this, I think there's going to be a lot more selling pressure. We'll start to see the move down maybe a little quicker. But yeah, I'm going to take a little profit here, probably about 12.16. And y'all probably heard why I don't, like, some people literally wait till it hits before they take profit. I take it a little before it gets there, just in case there's a well waiting and covers and it sends it back up. So I like closing a little before. Because there's been many times when I was beginning trading where I'd do it like right at it, and it would like get 2 or 3 cents off in reverse, and that's enough to piss you off. You go from profitable to not profitable because you missed it by a few cents. Can you hear me now? I just have my mic too far away. Is this better or no? Yeah, I just keep it too far away. Just call me out. I'm a new live streamer. Yeah, my mic's actually pretty good. It's probably the most expensive equipment that I have, but I probably should put it a lot closer to my face. It's not close at all, but maybe this is better. Wow, PMN, bullish. But yeah, my mic's good. My laptop, my screens, they could probably get improved. My camera. It's crazy Monday morning. We're basically only looking at like 2 plays. Here's 9 o'clock. Maybe there'll be a good pump to steal attention away, and maybe a good play too. Because again, I won't think something to steal attention away from this, but I also want a nice little quick pump and dump too. I haven't really got to enjoy one of those today. I don't think. I kind of got to play HSDT like that, but Let's see. Ooh, only 3 PRs. That's not good. Oh, we're getting more coming in. BON announces 22 million distribution agreement for weight loss products with Beijing, and then a Chinese name. I don't know how to say it. Red Hill receives positive FDA feedback on pathway to approval of groundbreaking Crohn's disease. So RDHL BON might pop.
Vaughn.
Yeah, that's the Chinese one I read. So it is Chinese. Let's be aware of that. I'm not playing it. It's not up enough.
RDHL.
Yeah, I was wondering why that one took so long to pop. That's the one I thought would pop. Not that strong of a pop though. Neither one of these. I like to see much stronger pops than that. They're not getting, RDHL's not getting that much volume either. Decent news though. Still going. Still going.
RDHL.
So I got a little entry now, but it was small because this thing is still going. Don't really. Yeah. See if 3 will give it some trouble or not. So I wonder what it's doing to PMN. Looks like it might be stealing a little bit of attention from it. HSDT, not much. So I entered at 3. So my average is 288. I'm in it, but I'm not in very big, and I'm probably going to just go ahead and trim right here. Actually, I'm waiting. I want to see if it can hold over 3. So I'm out. I played it small, but lost about $100 on it, 120 bucks. So I'm gonna wait to see where the top is on it. This one's not gonna give us a quick flush down. Which website says about pumping stocks? I don't even know what that means. What do you mean, trend writer? Oh, you mean like the emails I get with stocks that are pumping or that they're quote unquote promoting. Zip Trader's one. He has a YouTube channel. Uh, dang, now it's flushing. Dang, I've been having my timing off all day with these. And there's one called Fierce Ana Analyst, and I don't know. I'll look and see if I can compile a list. I used to follow a bunch of them because I wanted to know what they were trying to pump. I'm back in this one, but I'm in pretty light, and I might add at VWAP, and if it tries to test the high again, but see. So it's getting close to I got profit at 216. I want to actually, since this line's moving up, I'll probably move it to like 253 for my first profit zone. Yeah, probably about 253. Yeah, Zip Trader, he's notorious for pump. The if you look for these pump groups or these pump promoters or whatever, the ones with the most following are the ones that really matter. Zip Trader, he's this like YouTuber. He probably has, I don't know, 100 million or 100 million, 100,000, quarter million plus followers. So he'll send out an email, he'll pump it in a YouTube video, and they will run. They will run for sure. So RDHL, I'm in it now. It's starting to fall, but like I said, my entry is 285, and I only entered 1,000 shares, so not not that great. This thing is falling a little bit slower than I wanted, and RDHL is looking a little weak. Oh, look at PMN. Yeah, I'm glad I avoided this one today. HSDT, I went ahead and took 100 share profit. So I'm only in 100 more shares. So I might just let those fade throughout the day, but I just wanted to get some realized gains. Still in RDHL. Like I said, I got a 1,000 shares of this, but if it breaks 260, might add more. But yeah, thank y'all for letting me know know about my mic. Because when I'm live streaming, I'm like, bro, your mic's so far away. I don't know how they hear you. Y'all finally said something. I moved it closer now. Okay, RDHL's starting to pay a little bit. Bro, PEMN is over $1.50 now. Yeah, this thing's acting up. Trend rater. There are Chinese pumpers too. Yeah. Nice. Did any of y'all play RDHL? I got it in a little bit early, stopped out, got back in. So kind of what I was hoping for a play like this. I'm not in super thick, but all good. Hope one of y'all played it or some of y'all played it. Nice, 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 nice. Whatever happened to BON? That was that Chinese one. Died. But yeah, to your point, Trend Raider, yeah, there's a lot of Chinese pumpers, and they get away with a little bit more because they're all offshore and stuff. But the low float Chinese tickers, yeah, there's like coordinated price manipulation with those with like offshore accounts. They'll have like Discord groups and what's the other one, Telegram and stuff like that, where they'll intentionally like coordinate buy-in at certain times to keep the pump going. Pretty crazy they get away with it, but they do. The SEC is more focused on people like me and you that might give advice or something accidentally than companies that are actually manipulating stocks. It's kind of a clown show, but Gary Gensler is now out of the SEC, so that's a win regardless. I don't know much about the new guy, but I just know Gary was a clown. Go after Twitter pumpers that maybe made a couple 100,000, a million, and then let some of these companies just rob you blindly. Like, screw off, bro. And the politicians too get away with murder, but focused on us. LGVN announces license of new cardiac selective stem cell technology for cardiovascular disease. LGVN. No volume right now. I don't know if it's going to do much. Well, let's see. I forget I get the stock type news pretty early. I gotta wait. There we go. Let's see if it makes a move. I don't think so. I'll come back and check on it in a little bit. Ended up taking a little profit on HSDT. Kind of glad I did, just in case it tries to retest this $15 level, but I think it's just retesting the 9. It'll probably reject here, but could pop back up to the 15 or the VWAP, so let's see. If it comes back to either one of these, I'm adding to the position. ZIMV. Oh, that looks like a buyout. ZIMV. That's what a buyout usually looks like. I'm sure most of y'all know, but if they ever gap like this and just go sideways, it's usually a buyout. I actually kind of want this to pump one more time. Sorry, Raven, but since I was in a small amount, if it gets to 15 or 1550, I want to add more to get the position a little heavier. Should have taken all my profit there, but that's all right. It might not even hold over this 9, so we'll see. Have you ever tried MACD settings at 395 for entry for fast moving stocks like RDHL? No, I have not. Tell me more about it. I'm always open to new ideas. OP announces, oh, public offering. Let's see. OP. Getting rocked. I'm too late. I'm not going to enter it, but it might keep going down. Offering. I haven't gotten bailed out by offering in a while. Like a good, nice, just, I mean, y'all see how I play sometimes with like YHC, which I haven't, if y'all watched that YouTube video, I called that one. I was actually pretty proud about that one, but like just straight up random dilution news like this, it feels so good when you're in a stock and then all of a sudden it goes from $1.40 to 50 cents. But like I said, this hasn't been, the last 4 months I haven't caught very many breaks. I caught the bad breaks, but not the good breaks, so it'll even itself out. So I'm gonna start adding if it gets about $14.95. I was out for 15 minutes, but I also forgot to take profits. But yeah, Mahal, feel free to elaborate, I know you're in the group. Tell me what you're talking about, and I'll look into it. Raven, I was out for 15 minutes. Yeah, Honestly, I didn't. The only reason I took profit is because I just thought it was about to curl back up. I wanted to keep holding it. But I might. There's a lot going on right here. The 20 is going to meet at the 15. So that's going to be decent resistance. And then right above it, 1550 is VWAP. So for it to sustain over VWAP, it has to go through quite a bit of resistance. So I'll feel comfortable adding there in this 1490 to 1550 range. And there's not that much going on, so I'm probably not going to play much after market opens. Because like I said, I got a dip. I got a lot of driving to do. I'm not flying this trip. I decided to drive because I was cheap. Waited last minute to get the flight tickets. And I wanted to bring my bikes, so I'm just going to drive this time. So I'm going to dip out as soon as I get off live stream. May go down at opening market. Yeah, no, I still think HSDT, at the end of the day, it's going to be probably in the 850 to 1050 range probably. Because if I get another entry here, I'm just holding it till, I don't know, till it starts, maybe till 10, or until it starts going sideways. A lot of times they'll make moves like this and it'll get to maybe like 11 and just go sideways for hours. That's usually where I take profit, because a lot of times they'll bounce off once they start consolidating. They can still go down, but that's a sign for me that's like, hey, this is probably a good spot to take profit. There's a level here that it's kind of like hung up on. But yeah, I think this one's going to keep going down. There's nothing bullish about it right now to me. I was hoping it would get a little bit higher so I could add to the position though. What's PMN doing? OP still going down. Dang, I should have snuck in there. These are hard to play though. I've tried timing these. There's just some quick people that get into these plays. Like when the offer news hit, trying to slide in. Most of the time, I'm disappointed with the result, so I don't really play that anymore. But a lot of times, this second move right here, it'll make a strong move, then it'll pop up, and then it'll come back down. Sometimes you can play those little pop-ups, but again, I'm trying not to play everything. But yeah, I'll probably live stream maybe a couple minutes after market opens. But appreciate y'all for hopping on. Thanks for liking the video. It helps with the algorithm so we can get more new traders. Y'all know I enjoy doing this, so hopefully it helps some. And it's my own accountability. I can get reckless sometimes when I trade. I know it. But I actually made more money when I was reckless. So last year I was reckless. January, February I was reckless. I was banking. Now I'm not as reckless and I don't make any money. Now, I still make some, but my reckless days I was banking. But I still think it's the crypto trade, the crypto plays. They kind of jack me up. in the beginning. Went too heavy. They didn't respect levels. I held on too long. And then some of it was just poor timing. I was in the place when the Treasury news popped, so it is what it is. So I didn't get a re-add on HSDT. I was hoping it would get up to 15, but that's all right. Just set your MACD setting at 395 and check it out. Also, if you set a MACD at 34 or 144.9, helps you enter a trade in a trade and stay longer. That's your homework tonight. I'll look into it, Mahal. Thank you. Thanks, Raven. Oh, we got a couple more likes. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, sorry, today was a little boring. Today was a little boring, but hopefully y'all made some money. Yeah. I kind of count on, I shouldn't say I count on, but the best y'all saw last Monday when Steven was on, or I'm sure some of y'all were on. Like when there's a bunch of PRs and a bunch of things running, like the money just rotates from one ticker to the next ticker to the next ticker. So if you're in those other tickers, like they just start tanking. But not a lot of good PRs today. There was a decent amount of PRs, but not that many great ones. And then the crypto ones, surprisingly, the market didn't react very well to it. But that's how it's always been. Like one week they pop an insane amount, and then the next week they don't do much. So are any of y'all still in RD? What was it? RDHL? I closed out earlier. Yeah, I closed out around 250, or I think it was this candle, probably about 240. I'll look and see. 247. Yeah, I definitely left money on the table because it's probably just going to keep fading. Market opens in a few minutes. A little disappointed with pre-market, but that's okay. No, I don't use watch lists. I just have the tabs up at the top and just switch between them. Uh-oh, PMN showing a little weakness here. This is the first time it's really, well, it's fallen below the 9, but let's see if it closes below the 9. Do you ever use watch lists in TradingView? You know, I don't honestly never use TradingView outside of live streaming. That's why I sucked at it for so long. Everything's mobile when I'm not live streaming. On my TradeZero mobile app, which is not bad. If any of y'all don't like your broker, I have a link in here in my description. I personally like TradeZero. Are there better options? Maybe, but TradeZero has been pretty good to me. So until they give me a reason to switch, I'll support them. And the app's pretty decent. But no, to answer your question, Ian, I'll look into that. I know it's over here, but like I said, I don't really use TradingView much when I'm not live streaming. Uh-oh, late PR. SEGG delivers stunning top 10 drive as Foster flashes brilliance. I don't know. It looks like BS to me. SEGG. All right, I'm back away from my mic, guys. I'm sorry. I'm closer now. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do much. Market's open. Let's see what happens. No big moves by PMN yet, but there will be one. It's either going to shoot to the downside or gap up, probably. Maybe not gap up, but shoot up. HSDT looks like it's going to fail here as predicted. Let's go. I'm just holding it. I'm not taking profits. Raven, you banking now, bro. You play heavy, so you probably made it $7,000 on this. Some of your flexes, I'm just like, yeah, dang, you went heavy, bro. Looking good.
Shot.
3,000 shares on a $12 ticker? Not, that's huge, Raven. Good stuff, bro.
DYNXW.
Those are those warrants that are popping, not actually a play. Shot. It was only up by a little bit. That's why I didn't pull it up. PMN looking a little weak here. If you're in it, I mean, it's looking very weak, but the first move sometimes a fake out, but this looks like it might halt down. Did it halt down? Crap. Now people might start looking at HSDT. Nice. If any of y'all were in it, congrats. Probably going to wrap up here soon, though. Yeah, you're in 3,000 shares. 3,000. What was your entry? I'm about to call you out, Raven. So 3,000 times 16. 48. Dang, you're in $48,000, bro. Teach me. Yeah, you well, Raven. Let me know before you cover.
CMNT.
What was that? It's a 200 test, CMND. It's only up 21%, so I'm not going to play it. But we'll pull it up real quick. CMND. Yeah, it's testing the 200. It has a history of not holding above it, as you can see from, what was that? Earlier this month, actually. So might not be a bad play. About 20 cents to be made, but I'm not interested. HSDT's dying off. Still holding it though. All right, I'm probably about to dip. Let me know if there's anything you want me to look at in the next like 10-15 seconds. If not, I'm gonna sign off. Appreciate y'all for hopping on. Too bad it wasn't too exciting, but hopefully y'all made some money. And as usual, just remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just showing you how I trade. This is educational purposes, and I will see y'all next time.